Hey everyone, welcome to Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now, in this video, I'm going to discuss Jordan Peele's most recent comments about his upcoming sci-fi horror film, Nope. He shared not only his mindset and intent for making the movie, but also his thoughts on the state of cinema in Hollywood today. Let's go. So in a new interview with Fandango, Peele opened up about his desire to create a large-scale science fiction movie that would bring audiences back to theaters and shed some light on the origin of the film's title. Now, in the interview, Jordan says, "I wrote it in a time when we were a little bit worried about the future of cinema," Peele said. "So the first thing I knew is I wanted to create a spectacle. I wanted to create something that the audience would have to come see. So I set my sights on the great American UFO story," he said. "And the movie itself deals with spectacle and the good and bad that come from this idea of attention. It's a horror epic, but it has some points in it that are meant to elicit a very audible reaction in the theater," end quote. So hopefully when we go see it, we're going to hear a lot of nope, he said. And so there you have it, guys. These are Jordan's latest comments where he's just chiming in a little bit more as we're getting closer to the release of Nope in July, on July 22nd. And it's right around the corner at this point. We're literally less than 1 month away. And I find his comments to be, not unexpected, but at the same time, it does up the ante because, he's talking about really trying to make this thing a spectacle. And we've heard about this before because he recently also said how, it was filmed in IMAX, right? He used the camera it's going to be in IMAX. It was filmed. And also he mentioned how there's going to be something in this movie that has never been done in the history of cinema. What that is, of course, we have no clue, but there's going to be something in this movie that he says has never been done before, and I'm very excited to see what that is going to be. I'm assuming it's a visual thing that is going to be it's either technology or the way something was shot, something along those lines. But he's taking it serious. I mean, it's not just, of course, he always does, but the fact that he's doing this movie and even doing it in IMAX is pretty crazy. And honestly, that's if you're going to see it in theaters, that's probably the way to go. I mean, it probably really is, because that's going to give you a whole different perspective. And maybe the thing he's talking about, in the other interview, not in this one, but how it was going to be something he's never been done before. Maybe it needs to be seen in IMAX to really grasp it. I don't know. Well, that's up to you guys, whether you want to do that or not. But at the end of the day, I think that it proves and shows that Jordan is backing up what he's saying here. He is wanting to make this a great American UFO story. That's exactly what I think he's going for here, clearly. So he wanted to create a spectacle, and the trailer certainly looks like that's going to be the case. And and create something that the audience would have to come see. So I'm excited about it. And I'm curious to see how many of you are going to be going to the theater versus waiting for to hit home release or streaming. I'm real curious to see what you guys' plans are for that. But again, he just says it deals with spectacle and the good and bad that come from this idea of attention. So, there's been a lot of talk about how, I've heard a lot of rumors that there's not really going to be a lot of social commentary in this film, unlike his previous two films, Get Out and Us. But at the same time, I've always been like, you know what? Jordan is smart. He knows how to get how to do these things in a way that will clearly be communicated. I suspect this comment here really did even makes me expect it more rather, that this idea of spectacle and the good and bad that comes from it, that's going to be the commentary in this film. It's going to be, whether it's the town people that are all gathering and trying to profit off of it, with selling merchandise. You see that one scene in the trailer where he's got stuff for sale of aliens and things. And is it like, profiting off of, others that are different? I mean, there's different ways you can read into it. And of course, we haven't seen it yet. So I'm going to have to wait and see exactly how it's done and what the shots are of. But he's letting us know ahead of time. That's it. That's definitely going to be part of it. The good and bad of dealing with the tension and spectacle of others. In this case being aliens, of course. But he says, he does say at the end here that it's a horror epic. So he's letting us know it is a horror movie, and that's a lot of people I've heard also saying in their concerns about, well, this probably isn't really going to be a horror. This is probably going to be more of a sci-fi kind of show. And maybe I don't want to go see it because I want to see, I want to see a really good, legit horror movie from Jordan Peele. And this just reminds us from his mouth himself that it's a horror epic. So this is a horror movie. So yeah, there's aliens, of course. We know that now. And he says here it's going to be a great American UFO story. That's, he set his sights on that. But at the same time, it's a horror movie. So it's going to have that Jordan Peele feel. There's just no way around it. It's going to be, I think it might be potentially could be one of the better alien movies that we've seen in the recent years. I mean, it easily could be if he brings the same type of attention to detail and care that he brought in his first two movies. And I have no reason to believe that he's not bringing that same level here for Nope. I think that, my expectation is going to be when I watch the movie that it's going to be amazing. I know it's a high bar, and we set yourself up sometimes for, disappointment if the bar is too high when you go into certain movies. But his track record so far, for me, has demonstrated very, very high results. So I expect it to be a really, really good movie. So, and then, like I say, he ends it here, horror epic, but it has some points in it that are meant to elicit a very audible reaction in the theater. And that's what I'm excited to see too. I'm excited to look for these moments where, how many times will I say, honestly, without being forced in my head, while I be sitting there going, nope, I'm out of here. What have you. So I'm going to be going in and really, honestly, looking for opportunities to say that, where it would be a genuine response on my part to say nope. Well, guys, listen, I'll go ahead and leave it here for this update. It was just a quick video, but I did see these comments and thought they were worth mentioning now that we're down to less than 1 month from release. And Jordan has given what I consider to be probably among his final thoughts publicly. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I want to know what you think about his comments and what he hopes to see with Nope. I want to hear your opinions, thoughts, ideas, and theories about the movie, and how do you feel about what he said? I want to know. So start leaving your comments below right now so we can discuss it together now. All right. Well, guys, again, that's it for this update. I'm going to be back soon, though, with more Nope and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching.